Hello, my name is Agatha, and this is the reading for the sign Virgo for February 2016. This is a very general reading. If you'd like a private consultation, please below you can see the link for my services page. You can click on it and see my rates. If you'd like to work with me, please send an email to duniazad@gmail.com. I'm using the decks for the principal reading, which is a Celtic cross with 10 cards. I'm using Nicoletta Ciccoli Tarot. And then I'm using for the last two cards, which is a choice, the Oracle deck Karma Angels. And you can pick between option A or option B to get your own personal angelic message that I'll be telling you at the end of the reading. So let's start, Virgo, for February 2016. For the main energy or overall energy for the entire month, the card that came out for you, the significator, was the King of Swords. I know it looks like a queen, but the kings in this deck are different. They are always women in this deck. So this is a deck mainly with little girls, little dolls. There's like one figure or two figures which are masculine. Everything else is little beautiful girls or little beautiful dolls. So this is the King of Swords. So it might be an energy of being very objective, being very rational, making a very solid plan, a very intelligent type of plan, where you cross all the T's and dot all the I's. It's like that, and that's that type of energy during this month. Or it can be that you might have some sort of confrontation with a person from an air sign because it's swords. I'm sorry, not Virgo. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, and this person can be way too honest, way too frontal, or just says everything, not everything what he or she thinks, because they're older, they're mature, but they think that the facts are much more important than saving your feelings, and so they believe that they tell you the facts exactly as they see them. Or it can be an open conflict with this person. This person could be your boss, someone in your family, even your husband or wife. Because I have said 70% of the people who visit my channel are women, I'm going to assume that maybe you are a woman, and again, not necessarily, 30% are men. So you might be a woman and you might be in open conflict with your husband or soon to be ex-husband, and so you are in court already, so it could be a conflict with that. Or you can seek the help of a professional person, again, which kind of explains the lawyer, because this card might be, the swords might relate to lawyers, to anything within the juridic, anything to do with law. The swords, signify. Um, so you might have like the help. You hired, of course, a lawyer if you are in the process of divorcing your soon-to-be ex-husband, or it could be like a debt that you have to have. I don't know. I'm gonna give an hypothesis. Uh, you have like half of that debt, which is not your debt, but your husband or your wife has that debt, and now that you're going to divorce, he or she is imposing half of that debt onto you. So you're having professional help to help you, taking care of everything in a very detailed manner. So everything gets written down. So because no one's going to fool you now. Or it could be your actual debt, nothing to do with being married or being single, whatever. Something to do with money. You suffered some sort of heartache with money, and now you're not going to be fooled again, and you're getting professional help. In Portugal, I don't know if you, not just Portugal, but in other countries, lately there's scandals with banks. This bank that crumbles, that bank that crumbles, that bank which was, saved by the state, by the Portuguese state, and got millions and millions and millions of euros. and still falls. It's just weird and weird. Doesn't happen to ordinary people. Ordinary people are allowed to fall, but not banks because banks are special. Imagine that you're a Virgo, and this isn't just in Portugal. In other countries, it's happening too, because Pluto in Capricorn. Um, that you put much of your money into a bank, or you can even be Portuguese and just seeing these videos. I always do the Portuguese and the English version. Uh, this actually happened to some immigrants. Portuguese immigrants, they put some of their savings into the bank called BES. Now has a different name. Poof, no more savings. I'm laughing. It's not funny. Okay. No more savings. So they put their savings. Where are they now? Nowhere to be seen. It could be like you have had some sort of heartache with where you put your money. Could be that, and you felt fooled. You felt betrayed, because there's another card here that tells me that. And now you're not gonna do the same type of mistake. Now you're gonna, before you put money, any type of money, in any type of bank, you're gonna protect yourself. You're gonna get legal help, and you're gonna protect yourself. It could be that. So it's a month of protecting yourself legally, or being or strategizing, having a very defined plan. Could be that. Related to anything in your life. I'm thinking that you're protecting your assets. That's what I'm thinking. In the position of something which is not yet seen, in February 2016, Virgo, the card that came out for you is the Nine of Wands. So this is being ready for any type of event, being ready to defend yourself, to defend your values, to defend your ground. Usually in traditional decks, it's a guy, and there's like a fence made of sticks, and he's like holding a stick, and he's like in front of that fence. And I'm thinking behind that, there's all of his property. So he's defending, which is his, something which is his. Now, this one is a bit different. She's reading, and she's stacking up on knowledge, I would say, in order to prepare herself, in order to be ready for anything that might happen. So she's like taking her time, and reading about something. So when the time comes, she's prepared. So this is yet not seen, might be seen more like at the end of the month, something like that. In the position of the basis of the root for the month of February, you have the Ten of Swords, which tells me of some sort of, it's a turning point that comes after something that might be felt as a big betrayal. Someone's like, you feel it like someone stabbed you in the back, which would say the need, which would explain the need for you to protect yourself, get professional help. Or it could be like, finally, it's the divorce, and something ending in a painful way, but it's a turning point, and after this, things will be better. And the rest of the cards tell me that things will be better. So this is like the root, and the basis for everything. Something happened, something ended in a painful way, and now you're protecting yourself. Legally, because you're not dumb. Virgo, you're not dumb. In the past tells me the same. The past, it's the past which influencing the present. You have the major arcana, the Wheel of Fortune. So there was some sort of big transformation. The wheel turned, and something changed in your life, maybe in a painful way, because it's the ten of Swords came out, and in this deck, the wheel, it's represented. You can see that there's a little fairy, and she looks like, again, she's stabbed, and she's dead. A whole old way of life ended. It probably ended in a painful way, and again, I'm thinking divorce. And maybe now you're like finalizing, and you kind of dividing the assets, or I think the whole process of the divorce. It's about to be concluded. It's like it's the final agreement which is going to be signed, and you have a very good lawyer. And in the position of something which you want, of that which you want, you have the Ace of Cups. You want a new emotional opening. You want to stop feeling betrayed and sad. You want a new love. You want to, I don't know, learn how to self-love or to give love to yourself. You want a new emotional start in your life, which might also mean a new love, but not necessarily. Okay, so you want to be like, leave all of that behind and just move on to your new life. In the position of the near future, you have the King of Cups. Again, this is a queen. You can see it's a woman, but again, in this deck, the kings are different. It's a little doll, and her dress is the ocean. Can you see it? And there's dragons in the ocean, and she's pulling her dress. And I don't know exactly if she's helping the guy in the boat or not, but I'm going to read this in the traditional way. So, the King of Cups could represent a man or a woman, because in this deck it's a woman. After the age of 13, her or his late 30s, or after the age of 40, someone who's very emotional, mature. Someone who behaves like a grown-up, someone who knows how to give good and wise advice, someone whose shoulder to cry on, someone who gives you emotional support. This could be someone in your family, father, mother, grandfather, grandmother, aunt, someone who's really there for you. Or it could be even a guy or a woman, because the person who's, I don't know, who's seeing me. But this could be like a new start, a new romantic start with a person like this, very mature, wise, who gives emotional support, someone who from the water sign Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. You might be starting something new with this person romantically. In the position of you, or the card which represents you, you have the Empress. The Empress is the female power. There's other cards which also represent the female power, like the High Priestess. In Portuguese, we call it Pepisa. Pepisa, and that's our little Portuguese lesson for the day. That also represents the female power, but the sacred hidden female power. This one, I would say that if it's a project that you really got legal help to defend yourself in order to be prepared for anything, whatever project you're initiating, could be anything. It's really creative and can be very fruitful, and can bring you, at least you feel like it can bring you lots and lots of money. That's how you feel. But to me, it's like it feels like, if this is a divorce, like the final stages of divorce, it feels like you're feeling free to be a woman. I don't know why I'm thinking like this. So you're feeling free to be fully a woman, be fully feminine, whatever that means. And she usually speaks of success and rewards, and even fertility. So the Empress, if you're pregnant, this card might come out. I'm not thinking pregnancy. I'm thinking more about any type of project which might bring you money, and you do it out of joy, and it's something that you really, really like. And it's, to me, it's you're feeling happy. You're feeling fully yourself. I would say that. Fully a woman. In the position of the others, or the environment which surrounds you, could be friends, family, co-workers, could be anyone. You have the Six of Wands. This card also might signify how others see you. So others might see you as someone who's victorious, someone who's achieved something because you protected yourself, because you hired proper help, you know, professional and excellent and competent help. So you've achieved some sort of victory if this is a divorce, for instance. Or if this is a personal project, which I'm gonna give you an example. Like if this is like the new Facebook, you got all the legal things settled properly and everything, and everyone looks at you like, oh, she was smart, or he was smart, he did the right thing, or she did the right thing. They see you as someone who's accomplished something, as someone who is victorious, or it could be that someone within your environment, and not necessarily someone who has anything to do with your issues. Could be like co-workers, could be family members. um, Someone has achieved something important, some sort of victory, some sort of success, promotion, something. Like a coworker could have been promoted, like a sibling or someone in your family. Someone got the prize, someone got recognized for work well done, something like that. So it can have different meanings. In the position of fears, hopes, and dreams, you have the Six of Pentacles. So I'm going to read this as more as advice. It could be also advice. The advice would be know to whom or to where you give your money to. This card might advise that this is the generosity card, but generosity with strings, which you can see she's a little cat, or she's disguised as a cat, and she's holding all the mice, tight. She's controlling the mice. So this card could be like, I'm giving you money, but you have to give something to me in return. It's generosity, but with second intentions. But this is not necessarily a bad thing. That's one of the possible meanings. I would say that, yes, okay, be generous, give to those in need, but know exactly where your money goes. Don't give blindly, don't give foolishly. If this is a project that you're starting and you were given, money to by some sort of investor to invest in this new project, which will be the new Facebook or whatever, you need to know exactly where the money is going to. So part of the money goes here, part of the money goes to that department, into that department. So be generous, but know exactly where the money goes to. Okay, that would be the advice. And in the position of the outcome, you have the Ten of Pentacles or the Ten of Coins. So I would say that whatever happens, you will be successful, you will be victorious, you will feel extremely financially secure. Or you can even have that sense of security within your family, or even that your family, you're never alone, and you're never without without you're never without. If you ever need help, your family is there. Okay, Virgo. But to me, this is a feeling of feeling emotionally secure, or feeling that you and your family are financially secure. Feeling financially secure, and you and your family are financially secure. Imagine that exactly, that you had a divorce. This is a divorce, and at some point the divorce is almost ended, the process is almost ended, and you find out you're pregnant, because the Empress also has that meaning. And the agreement which is carved out between all of you is a very good agreement, and that agreement will make you and your future child be financially secure. So whatever happens, or this could be so if it's like a project work, it's going to be a very highly successful monetarily project. So it ends very well this month. Might start a bit difficult but it's trouble that comes from behind it. It doesn't start now, and it's trouble that it's finalized in the most positive way to you, Virgo, in February. So if you haven't picked in the beginning, please pick now option A or B for an angel personal message to you. Have you picked A or B? If you picked card A, the angel that came out for you was Uriel, number 4. Uriel, prophetic poetry. The challenge is see your part in the plan, and the lesson is sometimes we do not know the bigger picture. Known as God is my light. Uriel is an angel who will bring light and understanding to difficulties. Listen out for wise guidance and act upon it. Uriel will show you the way. This angel also points out that what is happening in your life is part of a greater plan. Doesn't exactly marries this reading, does it? Seems to be something completely different, completely not related to this reading. Or if it is, whatever happened to you is part of a bigger plan. So don't be blaming yourself. If this happened, it probably was meant to happen. If you've picked option B, the card that came out for you was Melial, number 13. Melial is always popping up. Melial, always. I think in other readings it came out as well. Safety in the journey. The challenge is making the journey, and the lesson accept that all the changes in your life have led you to the next one. This angel protects us in travel, new ventures, and when leaving one situation for another, such as a new job, relationship, or home. The card suggests it is a safe and beneficial time to travel, to make a change, or even just to change the way you think. All these changes in your life are being blessed at this time, which also kind of mirrors the reading, the reading that I had for you, Virgo. So something is changing in your life, and whatever change it happens, it's a blessed. It's a blessed. It's something new which beginning because something ended. Therefore, giving space and room for something new to begin. And these changes are being blessed, even if though these changes have started before. Okay, before this month. And that's it. That's the reading that I have for you, Virgo, for February 2016. I hope you have a great month. My God, 22 minutes. I speak too much. If you'd like a private consultation with me, please send an email to duniazada@gmail.com and I'll be delighted to work with you. That's it.